welcome to the University Counseling Center. My name is Darrell Simmons, and I work here at the University Counseling Center, where we offer tutoring, career planning, and school and grief counseling. I specialize in school and grief counseling here, and this is my business card. Feel free to contact me at any time. And you are Ms. Turner, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Well, Ms. Turner, welcome. Ms. Miles, your professor, she referred you here to school counseling for some of the problems you were having. And the general purpose of this meeting is to gather some information, assess it, pick out some issues, and make a plan to resolve them. Are you okay with that?
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Here at the University Counseling Center, all information is confidential. I have a confidentiality form for you to sign, if you wouldn't mind. That states that everything is confidential within us too, everything you say.
So you sure nobody gonna get my information?
Nobody will get your information
Oh, okay.
legally. All right, thank you. Here at this agency, at the end of each meeting, we offer evaluation forms for our counselors, so you can express your displeasure or your comfort with your counselor. So at the end of the meeting, I have an evaluation form for you to fill out, just so the agency can, keep up the maintenance of the facility and the quality of the services. And whatsoever you feel uncomfortable, uncertain, dissatisfied with the services you're receiving, just express your concern. Okay?
Okay, I will.
All right. Well, now we got the policy out the way. Can you tell me a little about yourself?
Well, as you know, my name is Lorraine Turner. I am supposed to be graduating in May. I'm a criminal justice major at Virginia State University. I was recommended here by my professor because she saw a change in my attitude, my behavior, and she felt that I needed some help. I have one brother, and recently I lost my grandmother, and we were very close. I have a close relationship with my mom, but not with my dad. And a couple of years ago, I broke up with my boyfriend, and ever since that happened, it's just been downhill from there. So I guess the change in my behavior and my attitudes in class haven't been good, but I was recommended here, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay. Can we start off by getting your age?
I am 22 years old.
22. Okay. Do you believe in religion?
Yes, I'm Baptist.
Baptist?
Yes.
Your professor told me that you had a strong relationship with your professor. I mean, your preacher. Is that correct?
Yes, I do have a relationship with my preacher, and I've talked to him a few times, but maybe I need some more help than just from him. So I guess that's why I was recommended to come here.
Okay. So can you share your concern about any difficulties or what's going on that bothers you?
Well, I mean, ever since that breakup with my boyfriend, I've just been down. Like, I would go to class. Like, I'm usually a very talkative person, outgoing, want to be with my friends, studying. But ever since then, it hasn't been the same. So, and then I have my own apartment, but my boyfriend used to live with me. So now that he's out, I can't pay the rent. I haven't been staying up. I've been putting on weight. I usually work out, play basketball, but I haven't been doing that lately ever since then. So I guess they're concerned about my well-being.
Okay. So when you say you're outgoing, you have a lot of friends?
Yeah,
Okay.
we hang out, go to some socials on campus, go to a couple parties on the weekends.
Okay. So what do you think led your professor to contact us?
I mean, I would go to class, not do anything, not participate, put my head down, put my headphones in, not pay attention to the teacher. I'm not passing my test, and that's not like me, but right now it just doesn't, I'm not really feeling it. I just don't want to do anything right now.
understand. So I get what you're saying. So you kind of feeling down because of the relationship, and you lost your grandmother.
Yeah, that
So
one hit me.
your grandmother is really
Mhm.
affecting you. Okay. And you said you were putting on weight and you're not exercising. So what role do your friends play?
I mean, they play a big role, but ever since they've seen me down, it's like they don't want to hang out with me because I'm not myself. I'm not acting like myself.
Okay.
I mean, I guess that's pretty understandable, but I wish they would like ask me like what's going on. I mean, some of them, I mean, they do, but I don't really want to tell them. So I mean, I guess it's kind of on me because I'm not expressing how I feel to my friends because they should be able to help me, but I really don't want to talk about it.
Okay. So how do you feel about yourself going forward? Like, do you feel like you want to uprise, or do you feel like you're just on a steady decline?
Right now. I feel like I'm on a steady decline. Like before, I was on an uprise. Like I'm ready to I was ready to graduate. Like right now, I'm concerned about even if I'm gonna graduate, and I know that's something that my mom wants because she feels that it's very necessary for me to get my degree. And I used to feel that way, but right now it just doesn't feel like it's for me.
Okay. So you mentioned that you had a strong relationship with your mother. Can you talk about that?
I mean, ever since I was young, it was always me and my mom. You know how they have like daddy's little girl, but I'm a mom's girl. Like I like being around my mother, and she's always supported me with any decision that I made. And right now she supports me still, but it's like she's working at McDonald's because she's a manager, and sometimes she can't get off. And like I could use her help right now, but I don't want to bother her because I know she has a lot going on.
Okay.
And the relationship with my father, it's not there. Like I mean, he's helped me in the past. Like if I needed money for the rent or like money for any type of bill, he would help me, but he would be stingy with his money. And I don't want to ask him for money, and I don't want to tell him what's going on. So it's just a lot going on right now.
I understand. So you never received counseling before. Your professor said she never.
No.
Why did you go about it individually? Have you ever been faced with these type of problems before?
No, not really. I mean, school's stressful, but I've never been like this before. Like, I've never been like, oh, I don't want to graduate. I don't feel like doing work. Like, I've always been about graduating and doing my work, completing my assignments. But right now, it just doesn't feel right.
Okay. You talked about your brother's employment at McDonald's. Are you currently employed right now?
I am.
Okay.
I'm currently employed, but I haven't been going in because I feel like I don't need to. And I obviously do because I need some money to pay my bills, but I just don't feel like going in. It's just not in me.
So, do you have transportation? Like, how did you get here today?
I got here today. I mean, it's not that far from where I live at, so I walked. But I could use some transportation because my car broke down.
Okay. But
I just haven't had the time to pay. I don't have any money to pay for it.
Okay. So you spoke about you having an older brother. Is that the only sibling you have?
Yes, that is the only sibling that I have, and right now he's in New York doing what he had to do.
Okay.
So I mean, it's not like he can come down here and rush to my rescue. So I haven't asked him or told him anything that's been going on with me. So.
Okay. So to my understanding, you're saying that you're kind of on a decline right now because you and your boyfriend broke up. You lost your grandmother, and you're just not feeling like yourself. Okay. So, all right, we can work on that. So, do you feel like your life is like in a whirlwind right now?
Yeah, definitely. Like,
Are you happy, angry, sad?
I'm not happy. I'm kind of angry about what I'm doing, but I feel like I really don't care.
Okay.
Like, it's just like I don't care anymore. And I could be depressed at times, and I may use something to help me like not be depressed. Like I may drink. I've been excessively drinking. Like it's over the top, and I usually don't do that. It's not me, but it makes me feel better.
Okay. So you feel depressed.
Mm-hmm.
But why do you feel depressed?
I mean, because my life is not where it's supposed to be. Like, we struggled when I was younger. Like, and I know that I don't want to do that when I'm older. So it's just going through my mind, like, I don't want to struggle like my mother and father had to. I mean, right now, they're stable, but I don't want to be in that situation. Like, I don't want to be unstable when I get out of college, and I'm supposed to be graduating soon. So,
Okay.
and I don't know if I'm going to go to grad school yet because I just don't feel like doing it anymore.
I understand. So, you speak about your parents. Could you tell me a little bit about your childhood?
My childhood was good. I mean, we struggled, you know. Sometimes I didn't know what I was going to eat, but now that my mom's in the manager position, she has some money now to help us. Like, when we struggled, you know, I didn't know if I was going to have clothes on my back all the time, but I did because she always helped me there. She was always there, and my dad was there too. But now that they're stable enough and they have the money now, I mean, I feel like they can help me, but I don't want to ask my father.
Okay. So you're a college student, your junior at Virginia State. You're expected to graduate next May. Correct. Okay. Major is criminal justice. So your professor, when she came and talked to me, she told me that you were kind of unsure about your major. Like, is that because of what's going on right now? I mean, it's got you uncertain.
Yeah. I mean, I like criminal justice, but I feel like it's not for me at this point sometimes.
Okay.
And I want to change it, but then I know that's going to delay me from graduating next May. And I don't want to do school anymore, so I'm trying to graduate, get my degree. But I don't know if criminal justice for me. So, like, when you get in that real world, I know there's a lot of things you can do with criminal justice and everything, but right now I'm not even doing my work. So how am I supposed to be knowing what criminal justice is? Even though I've been in the major long since I entered here, it's just like I don't feel like doing the work anymore. I don't feel like dealing with it, but I guess that's why I'm here. So.
Understandable. Okay, so the first thing I want to get the topic and touch base on is your family and kind of the influence you have around you. So have you ever heard of a genogram or an EcoMap?
I know they've been using the social work field, but I've never seen what they look like.
Never seen it. Okay. So what we're going to do today is we're going to develop a genogram for you. You spoke about your family. And genograms usually work as a square representing the male and a circle representing the female, and the connection between the two. You said that you had one younger brother, right?
Older brother.
And y'all come from the same parents, okay. So on your dad's side, your grandparents, are they still living?
No, they're not.
They're deceased, okay. And your dad is still living, correct?
Yes, he is.
Okay. And on your mother's side, I know you spoke about your grandmother just passing away. Again, I'm sorry to hear that, but what about your grandfather?
He passed away too,
Okay.
but that was long before.
Okay, so this is a genogram here. I have developed it. This is your paternal side pertaining to your father. Your grandparents are right here. They have an X between their box because they're deceased, and your father is the only child from your grandparents, and he's married to your mom. And on your mother's side, you have your grandmother who just recently passed away, and your grandfather who passed away as well. And you have yourself coming from your parents and your brother.
Okay.
So that's how a genogram works.
Okay.
And you said you never heard of an EcoMap. You heard about it in social work field. Okay, so an EcoMap is basically going to let you know where your positive influence and where your negative influences around your environment. Okay. So from us just talking right now, I would say that your pastor is a positive influence in your life because you say y'all have a good relationship. You're real good with the church and religion. So I say he would have a strong connection. You put your family in the middle, and I say you would have a strong connection to the church. Your relationship, you said that y'all broke up, y'all having fights, it wasn't really helping you support him or anything. So that would be a negative connection because y'all are experiencing difficulties right now. As well, you said your mom and your grandmother were positive factors in your life. So I would agree that your mom and grandma would be a positive influence in your life. And you spoke about some of the problems you have with health, and that you weren't doing too well. You were excessively drinking, and you were kind of gaining weight. And so I would say your health is negative right now. So we need to get that back on positive. And you spoke about your finances within because your boyfriend left and you can't pay rent. So finances will also be negative to your lungs. So as you can see here, you have positive connection and negatives around your circle, which is your family of you and your younger brother. Okay. You have any questions about it?
No questions.
All right, so we've been speaking about a lot of topics, so I just want to, kind of address them one by one so we don't get ahead of ourselves and we don't lose track of what we're talking about. So we're going to kind of reflect on the issues that you were talking about. And can you agree that the issues that you want to work on will have to be on your health, on your housing, on your academics, on your relationship, and managing your expenses because you said that you had a little credit card debt hole. So I think those are some issues that we can work on for you. How do you feel about that?
I feel that it would be helpful for me.
Okay. So as you know, a reason to your problem could really be the death of your grandmother and the negatives of your unsupportive boyfriend. So what are your thoughts moving forward?
I mean, moving forward, I guess I have to try and cope with the death of my grandmother and try and make that a positive with me graduating because I know that's what she wants for me because she always supported me in my decisions. So I guess I have to deal with that first, and then maybe once I deal with that, I can get back on track in school and go out with friends and be healthy again and play basketball. I guess it'll help me.
Okay. So, after collecting some of the information we talked about today, I think I have a theory that will work for us, on how and why you're kind of experiencing these problems. And regarding to your health, you got bad dreams, frequent headaches, and excessive drinking. I believe it's kind of a combination of the fact that you just lost your grandmother and your bad relationship, and kind of the school stress. The school stress kind of makes you want to go home and drink, correct?
Right.
Okay, so we're just gonna have to work through those problems. And regarding to your relationship, I believe it's the fact that your boyfriend isn't supportive of you, and I think that's what's causing the problem, and that's leading to a housing problem because without his support, y'all have no relationship. Without no relationship, you have no one to help you with the rent. So that's two problems right there off of the strength of one. And in regards to your managing expenses problem, you kind of mentioned when you grew up, you weren't really too good with money, and your father was stingy with his. So we're just gonna have to work through that problem. We're gonna get you in some programs and stuff. So we're gonna solve everything, okay?
Okay.
You have any questions or anything going forward? How you feel right now?
I feel like coming here probably helped me get my act together.
Okay.
That's not good.
So I think we kind of agree on the primary issues. Is there anything that you want to add to them? Any issues, concerns that you have you want to add?
No issues.
Okay.
Just figure out how to work these things out that's going on in my life right now.
We want to get there. So retaining to health. Let's just talk about health right now. How often do you have these health problems?
I mean, they're not often, but ever since the death of my grandmother and our relationship, I haven't been motivated to play basketball. I haven't been motivated to work out. like I usually am. So when I come home, I pick up that bottle. That so could help me. I feel like it's helping me, but it's not.
It's kind of not. Why do you think you have difficulties with sleeping? Is it because your grandmother's on your mind?
That could be a reason, yeah. And all this stuff that's going on, me failing, and yes, the death of my grandmother and that relationship, it's just always on my mind. And trying to get it off is kind of hard, so that's why I probably have difficulty sleeping.
Okay. Sexually, do you have a drive?
No. And that's probably why the relationship ended, because I was already stressed out and he was just bringing more stress, arguing and bickering all the time. And he was just making me mad all the time, so that's probably why I don't have a sex drive right now.
Okay. So, you said drinking. Do you also smoke?
I mean, sometimes maybe if I have it, if I have the marijuana, but I don't have it usually. I just usually drink. Maybe if I see somebody on campus, it's around campus all the time. So
When did you begin to have bad dreams and not being able to sleep and have frequent headaches? When did that start?
about a year ago.
A year ago?
Yeah.
Around what time?
Around the death of my grandmother. Yeah. Once the death of my grandmother, and then the relationship with my boyfriend, it was just bad.
Okay. When you speak about relationship, how did the issue begin? Like, how did the problem start?
I mean, the problem started because I wasn't always home. I was either at work or I was at school trying to get my work done, and he would get mad because he had a job, but he worked the early shift, so he worked from maybe he worked 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. and then he'll be home. He go class, but then he wouldn't have many classes because he's about to graduate this December. So, but yeah,
Okay.
that's how it happened.
So how often did y'all have problems?
Ever since I took on that job, because I wanted to have some money for myself. I didn't always want to ask him for hey, can you buy me this, can you buy me that? I want to have money for myself. So ever since I took on that job, he was just like, you're not here anymore. And then he would always argue and bicker about how I gotta go to work. And then I have class. It wasn't he wasn't supporting me. He wasn't supporting what I wanted to do. And I was just like, it's not fair to me. If I'm trying to work and do good out here like you, why are you mad about it?
Understandable. So what goes through your mind when you have these problems?
Like,
do you just black out or?
Maybe when I'm drinking, I might black out. I blacked out once, but I try not to get to that point anymore. But I did black out once.
Okay.
But yeah.
Has there been any legal activity involved with teen relationship, domestic violence?
Oh, no domestic violence, nothing like that. No, he wouldn't, with that relationship, he wouldn't do anything. He was a good guy, but he just didn't support me enough. He didn't support my decisions or dreams like I wanted to do. So
Just some verbal fights?
yeah, verbal fights.
Okay. So, academically, how long ago did you start to feel school-related stress?
Ever since, the stress has always been there, but I felt like the work was just piling on because ever since I started that job, I was like, I gotta go to work, and then I was like, I don't have time to do my homework, I don't have time to do this paper, this project. So ever since, that job, it's helped me, but I haven't even been going in lately because I just don't feel like it because I have so much work for school, and then I don't feel like doing that work either, so.
I understand. So why do you think your performance dropped in school? Because of work?
Maybe because of work, and maybe because of what's all been on my mind, that relationship with my grandmother too. Losing her was a tough one.
I understand. So we're kind of getting into the process now. Now we kind of can assess your information, and now that we have a list of issues, we can work forward to making some goals that are kind of smart, measurable, action-oriented, and realistic enough to get you back on your feet in a timely manner. Okay?
Okay.
So do you have any goals for yourself set already before coming into this meeting?
I mean, just to get back on track in school, so I can graduate on time. That's about it.
Okay, so from listening to you talk today, I think I can develop about 6 goals that I want for you to move forward. My first goal for you would be to get mentally healthy. You know, I want to cut out these bad dreams, headaches, and the anger problems that you're having due to the fact of whatever is going on. But we need to get mentally healthy first. So without your mind, you know, you can't even think without your mind. So how do you feel about that goal?
I think it's a good goal because I'm tired of the headaches. So
How long you think you should give yourself to reach that goal?
probably maybe a month.
A month?
Yeah.
So my second goal for you, you spoke about overeating, kind of gaining weight, not wanting to play basketball anymore. I want you to get physically again. I want you to get back into. You say you play basketball, correct?
Right.
I want you to get back into your playing shape. Like, I'm sure you didn't drink alcohol when you were playing basketball, so we need to cut out the drinking and the smoking.
Mm-hmm.
I know you say you smoke on occasion, but still. So how long do you want to give yourself to get physically healthy?
Probably 3 weeks, maybe a month.
3 weeks?
Yeah,
Okay.
just a month, maybe to be safe.
A month. Okay, I'll go with a month. Alright. So my third goal, which you spoke about, get you back educationally, right? I want you to get your grades up. And that's very important because you're about to graduate and you say you don't know you're going to go to grad school, so you have to get your bachelor's degree.
Oh.
So you got to get your grades back up. And the fourth goal I have for you is to find a roommate because you personally can't provide for the whole apartment by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Now that your boyfriend is gone, you said it's been a little while, you're not going to be living in an apartment much longer if you cannot find a roommate. So we got to find you a roommate. I know you say you didn't feel comfortable with anybody of the choices that you had before, but we got to get you a roommate. And we got to learn to manage our expenses better because piling up a big credit card is not going to be smart in the long run. And my last goal for you would be to move on from your boyfriend. The way you speak about him, I know you probably still love him, but he's not supporting you. He's not supporting anything you do. He's trying to bring you down. We're trying to lift you up, so he's kind of a negative influence right now. So I think we need to get rid of that. How do you feel about that?
I feel those are some good goals. With my finding a new roommate, I mean, I don't know how it is. I don't know how I'm gonna pay the rent, but maybe I can move on campus.
Yeah, that would be an option.
That's just an option. Maybe I can find like just so I don't have to worry about paying for like electricity and cable and water and all that. So maybe I can look into moving on campus.
Moving on campus. That could be a big plan for you. Moving forward, moving. What about the rest of your goals? Do you feel like they're set out good for you, or is there anything you want to change?
I feel like those are good goals. Try and move on from my boyfriend, but yeah. I mean, I haven't talked to him in a while, so.
That's a good start.
But he always tries to come back. I feel like. I mean, because we had fights before, and we always say, "Oh, we're on a break," but then we always try to get back. But right now, it just doesn't seem like it's that way. It doesn't seem like it's gonna work out. So I just need to get over it.
Okay, so now we have your issues sorted out. We have some goals to get you back on track. Now we want to kind of take some steps, some action steps to propel those goals and get them going. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for a first step towards the goal of getting mentally healthy, I want you to meet with me once a week. you're available for meetings, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What time would that be?
We can adjust around your class schedule.
Okay.
We'll kind of discuss any mental concerns you have, and I can offer you some free grief counseling because of your grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
And I want us to meet once a week for 2 months.
Okay.
How you feel about that?
I feel like that's reasonable.
Okay. So for the first step towards you being physically healthy, I want you to completely terminate drinking alcohol and smoking. As well, I would like for you to exercise at least 30 minutes a day. I don't care if it's walking, riding a bike, anything you can do for 30 minutes a day. And I feel like that should kind of get you back going. And you can take baby steps. You can start off walking. You don't have to just run 4 miles on the first day. You start off walking. And I feel like that will get you back in the physical shape you need to be in. And you won't have those self-doubts about yourself. So how do you feel about that extra step?
I feel like those extra steps are good. I feel like they'll help me get back to the person that I am. And like,
Okay, so as far as getting your grades back up, I want you to meet with your professor once a week. And I have a progress report for you next meeting we have.
okay.
And you're going to get that filled out every 4 weeks, and it's going to keep track of your progress within your classes.
Okay.
Do you think that's reasonable? Do you think your professors would cooperate with that?
I mean, I'm sure they would. I don't think they would have a problem doing it.
Okay. So, in the goal to find a roommate, do you advertise your room kind of like?
No, I just don't do it anymore because I don't feel like it.
Well,
I probably should.
Yeah, I want you to. I want you to advertise your apartment. You can post flyers looking for a roommate around campus or in local businesses, and so I think that will speed up your process of trying to find a roommate and kind of help you with your expenses. And if we can't get you a trustworthy roommate by the end of next month, we probably can discuss some other options, like you said, maybe move on campus next semester, because you getting evicted wouldn't be a good thing.
Right.
Okay. So, as a step in becoming financially responsible with your expenses, I'm going to enroll you in this program we have here. It's called, it's a finances program, and it kind of keeps you up to date with finances and how to use your money, how to save your money, and how to put it away. And it's also, I looked on Virginia State's curriculum. It's a managing expenses course that you could take as well to
Okay.
kind of help you kind of manage your expenses rather than just trying to learn on your own.
Okay.
So, how do you feel about that?
I feel like it's gonna help me because I need to manage my expenses because going into credit card debt is not gonna help me.
Are you willing to take the class next semester?
Oh yeah, I'm willing to take the class. Anything that's gonna help me get back to the regular me, yeah.
Well, that sounds good. And is there any other steps you want to take forward, moving forward?
No, I think the stuff that we came up with here is gonna help me get back into being ready to graduate and getting over my boyfriend and coping with the death of my grandmother. I feel like it's gonna help me.
Okay. So now I kind of want to plan to evaluate our goals. I don't want you to think that we have goals listed and they're not evaluated, like they're not going to work for you. So the next meeting we have, I'll have a goal attainment scale, and what a goal attainment scale is, it's like a chart. You can weigh your goals from whichever one you think is more important than the next one, and it'll give you an opportunity to track the progress of every goal that you have. Those 6 goals we put down for you. So, and we talked about academically, I'm gonna have a progress report for you to take to your teacher, your professors, and they can fill it out, and we'll keep up with your grades and track the progress of that. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so you have any questions going forward?
No questions. I guess I'll reach my goals soon enough so I could be done and not be this way anymore.
Okay, so, I have a service contract for you. I'm gonna have to print it out and I'm gonna go print it out right now.
Okay.
Alright, so I printed your service contract out. And, basically what a service contract is, it has the problems and issues on top. What we talked about today, you picked out some problems, I picked out some issues that you had. So the issues are at the top. You have the goals here, the goals we listed today, and the goals that you had for yourself. And lastly, we have the plan that we're gonna take to achieve the goals. We have action steps and a plan for evaluation progress. So you can keep that, and you keep up with your. We'll talk about it every time we meet. And do you agree with your action steps? Like, do you agree with your service contract?
Yeah, I agree with everything on my service contract.
No changes you want to do? Any concerns, changes?
No changes or concerns.
Okay, all right. Before we end, I just wanted to ask you, did you have any long-term career goals? Because you said you didn't want to go to grad school, but I just wanted to know your long-term career goals.
I mean, at first I did want to go to grad school, and maybe I could get back into going to grad school if that's an option. But if I don't want to go to grad school, maybe like I want to be like a probation officer or something. With my degree, so.
Okay. So the next time we meet, we'll talk about moving forward to being a probation officer or moving forward to whatever career you want to choose. But I think you're in the right curriculum right now with criminal justice. So how you feel about our meeting today?
I mean, I felt like it's gonna help me. The meeting went well. I feel like these goals and these action steps are gonna help me get back on track. So I feel like the meeting went well.
Okay. Is there anything I could have done differently to assist you?
Oh, not that I know of, no. I felt like you assisted me in any way possible to help me get back to the regular me.
Do you feel comfortable?
Yeah, I feel comfortable.
That's good. How do you feel mentally after meeting me?
I mean, I feel a little bit better now that I have steps and goals to help me get back on track. So a little bit better, but I guess it's a time thing. You gotta get over the time. So yeah.
It's a process. You just gotta trust the process. We don't want nothing but the best for you. So next meeting will be next Wednesday. We'll get back to select the time because I know you have class in your class schedule, so we'll have to work around that. But I'm glad I met with you today. I hope I helped you get started with your problems. We pointed them out. We got some goals to get you there. So now we just have to put it all in action right now. So nice to meet with you.
Nice meeting you too.
I'll see you next Wednesday.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.